All right, Alex, you have 15 minutes and you can go ahead and begin.
Okay. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just okay. So I want to start off. I love housewives, especially Potomac and Atlanta are my favorite.
Okay,
Preferably because it's women that look like me on there, of course.
I know that's right.
And with that being said, I know colorism was talked about last season was a big thing. And with coming into this season, do you feel like the ladies were able to acknowledge it and were more conscious of the colorism issues on within the show?
Great question, and thank you for having me, and thank you for being, a viewer of our show. We really appreciate that. I think that colorism is a very sensitive topic, and for me, coming to this season, season 8, I was not privy to any conversations around colorism, meaning I feel like for myself and for the members of the cast who I was around, the conversations around colorism stopped at the reunion. But colorism is a very serious issue. I do believe that one of my castmates, and maybe another one, they had a one-on-one in which they talked a little bit about colorism, but it wasn't something that was brought back to the forefront for the whole cast to discuss. I wish it was because I got some things to say, but it was not.
Have you do you think you've experienced that this season, this upcoming season, where they tend to, because you're dark skinned, when you say certain stuff, they take it a certain way, or it comes off as more aggressive, versus some of the other lighter skinned women expressing their self?
You know what's interesting in this friendship dynamic where all of us get on each other's nerves?
Mhm.
Sometimes it's one of those things that it's a societal issue, right? It's not something that is just completely, solely, and totally hinged upon this group. It's something in society. And when issues affect society, I think it's very hard to look at a segment of society and say it does not exist in this segment. But is it something that I address? Is it something that I spoke to? No, because I have lived all of my years of my life as a dark skinned woman. There
Mhm.
comes a time when I just know I have to navigate this world being the beautiful chocolate Barbie that I am. And, if people have a problem with that, then so be it. And if people react to me in a certain way because of my skin tone, then so be it. But it's not something I lead with. I don't want that to be a cross in which I am leading with because I feel like even though I am dark skinned, I could still make inroads. I could still be successful. I could still, run circles around anyone.
Uh-huh.
So I'm completely fine with existing in this space with my, you know, fellow cast members who have different skin tones. We can coexist.
Yes. And I know being on this show, a lot of people, feel like they have to keep a certain image up, different looks up. And I know you've been open about surgery you've had in the past and stuff like that. Do you feel like the pressure of being on TV and being a celebrity played into that? And if you weren't on Real Housewives, do you feel like you still would have got surgery?
Absolutely, I still would have gotten surgery because I got a mommy makeover. When I
Mhm.
came in season 5 of RHOP, you guys met me and I had a 3-month-old. And I discussed very openly how my daughter was the last, of my my group, so to speak, right? Like I have two boys and now I had a baby girl and I was like, I'm done. And to reward myself, not anyone else, myself for putting my body through all those changes. I said, you know what, I want to get my body back. I want to feel like the new and improved Wendy. And I feel like that's what a lot of moms go through. That's why it's called a mommy makeover. So
Mhm.
mommy makeovers are not something that specifically situates itself in reality TV. That's something that happens whether you're on TV or not. Every
Mhm.
woman has the right to love themselves and love their body and want to get back to the body in which they had pre-baby. And if that means surgery, then so be it. If that doesn't mean surgery for you, then good for you. But for me, my decision had nothing to do with reality TV, had everything to do with me being a mother of three. and wanting to feel like myself again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. And on this show, I know it's you all deal with so much allegations when it comes to relationships and scrutiny on your romantic relationships with your significant other. So before you and your husband came to ROP, did you all have some type of conversation, like an honest conversation of how you all were going to go about what you weren't going to show, what you will be willing to show? Because a lot of the women on the show have faced their husband, you know, cheating allegations and stuff like that. So how do you all like even have those type of conversations coming on the show, or still have those conversations while being on the show?
We didn't have any of those conversations. Our conversations were solely hinged upon whether or not um, I wanted to do the show. And he was like, he's all for it. Why not? You know, I feel like you don't have to prep or collude or plot if you have nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we didn't have those conversations. We just said we will come on the show and be our authentic self and
Mm-hmm.
show our family and show, you know, our Nigerian heritage and our Nigerian culture and what it means to be the first Nigerian housewife in Bravo TV history. What does that look like? So there was no specific conversation about that because we ain't got nothing to hide.
And with that being said, you know, I know last season when one of your castmates, they was trying to hide different things going on, and I know a lot of the, you know, housemates would kind of felt some type of way because everybody's being open and honest about their lives, and to know that they were hiding, you know, personal things while everybody else is so open. What are your thoughts about other housewives not being as open as, you know, some others like yourself?
I think that the whole point of this show is for us to live our life under a microscope and to live our lives honestly, openly, and candidly. And I think when individuals on the show are not able to do that, then it creates paucity because why can some people hide certain things and other people we have to completely be an open book? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that, you know, with this new season, you guys get to see us ask a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions being asked, and whether those answers fulfill our questions, that's up to the viewers. But we definitely asked a lot of questions because we wanted to know what was going on and why were you lying?
Yes. Also, I wanted to know, you know, just like you said, when you and your husband didn't have to prep to be on the show, but you know, with the ladies, you know, I know amongst the different reality shows, you know, sometimes they say, you know, kids are off, you know, you can't talk about kids and stuff like that. So amongst the women outside of the camera, behind the cameras, do you all have conversations within the group and like, okay, this, we're not talking about this is off topic, like we can't bring this up? Like, do you all have those type of conversations amongst you?
Do you watch the show? No, we do not. They talk about any and everything, and they catch people out of left field. And no, there is none of that. I don't know if some of the other women do it.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect maybe some of them do it, like if I'm being honest. But like the people I talk to, the people who I'm friends with, we have never had a conversation where it's like, yeah, we're not going to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
And I always wonder, I know like it seemed like every time when different seasons start on Housewives, they're like, oh yeah, I really haven't talked to her since the reunion and
Mm-mm.
stuff like that. So are you all, or are you friends, real friends, like genuine friends with the cast or some of the castmates outside of the show where y'all talk on a regular basis?
Well, this show is about a group of women who are in the same circle and who share our lives with each other. And even though some of us may not have the best relationships, there's maybe one or two or three people within the group who can serve as a good neutral party to bring the other sides together. So, no, I may not sit here and be kikiing on the phone with some women in the circle, but I definitely have close, genuine relationships with other women in the circle.
Gotcha. And besides your season, what would you say is your favorite season of Real Housewives, besides ROP? What other city?
Okay, what is my favorite franchise
Yeah.
outside of RHOP? I would say Gosh, I've been so busy filming, I haven't seen them. I've always said this. I'm a Jersey girl. I love Jersey. Jersey is my city. I like Jersey.
This is like my third best one because I've loved Teresa since like
Yes,
beginning.
yes,
I think
yes.
she's like a fan favorite. Like I love Teresa.
I'm a big fan of her, and I'm a big fan of her daughters. Yes,
Oh yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for speaking with me.
Thank you. Thank you for taking out the time.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, take care. Bye bye.